Today we're going to read Owl Diaries by Rebecca Elliot. This version is called Baxter is Missing. Baxter is missing. Table of contents. We meet again. The Story Makers Club. Where is Baxter? The Baxter Bunch. The Old Oak Tree. Stinky Squirrels. Baxter the Hero. Let's Party. A Special Visitor. Chapter 1, We Meet Again. Sunday. Hello, diary. It's me, Eva Wingdale. I still live in Treetopolis. I'm still super busy, and I still love lots of different things. I love my new paint set, taking Baxter for a fly, my teacher, baking cookies, the word balloon, starting new clubs, the We Love Nature Club, reading Owl Ninja books, writing to friends. I do not love my brother's pet spider, Malcolm, when Baxter chases squirrels, the word cabbage, eating too many cookies, going to bed when it's still night, Dad's dance moves, making my bed, and losing things. My family is owlsome. Here we are having a picnic. Dad, me, Mom, Humphrey, baby Mo. Here I am with Baxter, my cute little pet bat. Being an owl is owlsome too. We sleep in the daytime. We are awake in the nighttime. Do you remember what that's called? That's right, nocturnal. A group of us is called a parliament, and we can fly really fast. Zoom! I live on Woodpine Avenue. My treehouse is number 11. Lucy Beekman lives at number 9. We're best friends, and so are our pets. Here they are dressed in their spacesuits. Baxter, Rex. Lucy and I are in Mrs. Featherbottom's class. Here is our class photo. Zach, Kyra, Lily, Zara, Jacob, Macy, Carlos, Haley, me, Mrs. Featherbottom, Lucy, Sue, George. Speaking of school, I can't wait to see all my friends tomorrow. I'm off to bed. Chapter 2, The Story Makers Club. Monday. At school, Mrs. Featherbottom told us about a flaptistic class contest. We're having a story contest. The winner will receive Owl Ninja books signed by the author. Everyone loves the Owl Ninja books. We are so excited. Some classmates came up with story ideas right away. Zara is writing about the old oak tree using her photographs. Carlos is creating a superhero comic strip called Captain Owlsome. Sue is writing about herself, and I could not think of anything to write about. When in doubt, start a club. Hey everyone, I'm starting a Story Makers Club. It's for anyone having trouble coming up with a story idea. We'll do creative activities to get us thinking. Great, we'll have our first meeting tonight. I'm in. Sounds great. What will the club do? Me too. After school, we flew to my house. I pulled out my new paint set and we all painted pictures. Then we had a paint fight. It was so much fun. Until Mom came in. It's wonderful that you all look like pieces of modern art, but maybe it's time to clean up. Later, I took Baxter for a fly. I was brainstorming story ideas when he pulled me toward the old oak tree. Where are you going, Baxter? He probably smelled a squirrel. He's always chasing them, and he loves it when they chase him. Don't go near those squirrels, Baxter. They're smelly, and they steal our food. I led Baxter back home. I worked on my story ideas, but they were all totally terrible. Arg! Maybe I need a good day's sleep. But it is hot, so I'll just open my window first. That's better. Good day, diary. Chapter 3, Where is Baxter? Tuesday. Oh, diary, something awful has happened. I woke up and Baxter was gone. I looked everywhere for him, but he wasn't anywhere. Then I saw my open window. He must have flown out when I was asleep. I never should have opened it. This is all my fault. Mom made bugberry muffins for breakfast, my favorite, but I couldn't eat anything. Don't worry, I'm sure Baxter will fly home soon. Your dad's right. Baxter is a good bat. I'm sure he won't be gone long. You can borrow Malcolm if you want. Sometimes Humphrey is such a squirrel head. I couldn't believe I had to go to school at a time like this, but class was actually cool today. We'll be acting out well-known stories to help you come up with your own, so everyone please choose a partner. We all acted out famous scenes from movies and books. Star Wings, Owlio and Juliet, Harry Hooter and the Nest of Secrets, Peter Wingspan and Captain Hoot, Snowy White and the Seven Owlets, Hootie and the Beast. It was fun, but I was still worried about Baxter. What's the matter, Eva? Oh, Lucy, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to worry you, but it's Baxter. He's missing. Oh, no, that's terrible. Don't worry, Eva. We'll find him. I'll help you look for him, okay? Thanks, Lucy. We looked for Baxter after school. Rex even tried to sniff him out, but then he just started chasing a squirrel. What is it with pets and squirrels? Soon we had to head home. Oh, Baxter, my lovely bat, where are you? Chapter 4, The Baxter Bunch. Wednesday. When I woke up, there was still no sign of Baxter. Before school, Lucy came over to make missing posters. We put them up around the forest. Look, a squirrel just stole that poster. I can't believe it. Why are squirrels so horrible? We needed to get to class, so we didn't have time to chase the squirrel. I knew I needed a plan to find Baxter, so I told everyone what had happened and I started a new club. My new club is called the Baxter Bunch. I'll help Eva and me. Me too. After lunch, Mrs. Featherbottom surprised me. Eva, I heard that your pet bat is missing. Because we all want to help, our class is going to make Missing Baxter t-shirts today. Thank you. T-shirts will help spread the word. We made flapperific t-shirts. Baxter would love them. Find Baxter. Missing. Where's Baxter? It was so sweet of everyone to help out. The Baxter Bunch met after school. I gave different owls different jobs. Kyra, Carlos, Jacob, Lily, and Zara knocked on doors and handed out pictures of Baxter. Macy, Sue, and Zach put up more missing posters. But Diary, it looks like the posters we hung earlier were taken down. Those stinky squirrels. George and Haley were on squirrel duty, trying to stop them from stealing more posters. Hey! Lucy and I flew around looking for any clues. We didn't find anything. I feel better knowing that everyone is helping me look for my little Baxter. I just hope he comes home tomorrow. Chapter 5, The Old Oak Tree. Thursday. Everyone worked on their stories at school tonight, but I couldn't think about anything except Baxter. Eva, why don't you write about Baxter? It might make you feel better. Good idea, Lucy. I'll give it a try. So I wrote up about all the costumes Baxter liked to dress up in, the day he learned to fly and smashed into a tree, the day he hid one of Dad's slippers in the toilet, the day I taught him how to jump through a hoop, and the cute face he makes when he wants to cuddle. It felt good to write about Baxter, but it also made me feel sad. The Baxter Bunch met at recess. When was the last time you saw Baxter? Tell us everything that happened that day. I tried to remember everything. I took him for a walk on Monday. He kept trying to fly toward the old oak tree. I think he was chasing a squirrel. Then we flew home. I got ready for bed. Then I opened my window because it was hot. I went to sleep, and in the morning, well, he was gone. I took photos of the old oak tree on Tuesday for my story. I'll check to see if Baxter is in any of them. Great idea. Thanks, Zara. I flew past the old oak tree on my way to school, and I heard squeaking coming from it. It's probably nothing, but Baxter squeaks sometimes. We should check out the old oak tree. Yeah! When we got to the old oak tree after school, I hoped we would hear the same squeaking noise George heard, but it was raining really hard. I can't hear anything. The rain is so loud. Let's look for clues. We searched and searched. Then, look at this. I flew over to Lily. She'd found something. She handed it to me. It's Baxter's collar. He must be close by. We searched until we were all wet and cold. Finally, we went back to my treehouse for some hot acorn syrup. It warmed us up right away. I hoped Baxter was somewhere dry and warm, too. After everyone went home, Mom came into my room. It's lovely that your friends are helping you find Baxter, dear. I know, Mom, but I'm more worried than ever now. Baxter would never take off his collar. He must be in danger. Don't worry, my little owlet. I'm sure we'll find him soon. I hope so. I know so. He's a lucky little bat to have such a loving owner. Now get some sleep before the sun comes up. Stinky squirrels. Friday. As soon as I got to school, Zara flew over to me. She did not look happy. I checked those photos I took of the old oak tree, but I can't see Baxter in them. I guess I was too far away. Sorry, Eva. That's okay. Thanks for trying. Then we had a science lesson. We used magnifying glasses to look really closely at leaves, rocks, and bugs. Suddenly, Zara hooted. Everyone turned to look. I just used the magnifying glass to look at my photos. And Eva, look! There he was, really tiny, at the back of Zara's photo. My little Baxter! But who's that with him? It looks like a squirrel. I knew it. Those stinky squirrels did have something to do with Baxter going missing. I was super angry and I couldn't stop talking about it all day. As we were leaving school, Zach spoke up first. Not all squirrels are bad, Eva. I used to have a pet squirrel named Harley. He was lovely. It's true, Eva. Squirrels can be nice and cute. You shouldn't blame them before we know what actually happened. I couldn't believe what Lucy said next. Baxter likes to chase squirrels as much as they like to chase him, so whatever happened is probably as much Baxter's fault as the squirrels. It's not Baxter's fault that he's missing. It's the squirrel's fault. I felt bad for yelling. I was just so worried about Baxter. I kept talking about the squirrels during dinner. Then as I was going to sleep, Humphrey bashed through the door. Hey, it's true what your friend said. Squirrels can be cool, but they smell and they steal our food. You say the same thing about me. Anyway, they don't all smell, and they only steal food when they're hungry. Okay, if you say so, stinkums. Hey, watch it, Smelly. Sleep well. Diary, I'm still sure the squirrels have done something to Baxter. What if they led him off into the woods and he got lost? Why else would he still be missing? Chapter 7, Baxter the Hero. Saturday. I woke up feeling really bad that I'd been so pushy with my friends about the squirrels. I thought that was the end of the Baxter bunch, but then Lucy showed up ready to look for Baxter. Thanks for coming. So sorry about yesterday. Don't worry, Eva. We all understand what a hard time this is for you. We made a list of everything we know so we can find Baxter. Number 1, Baxter chases squirrels. Number 2, squirrels chase Baxter. Number 3, lots of squirrels live around the old oak tree. Number 4, George heard squeaks coming from the old oak tree. Number 5, Baxter's collar was found on the old oak tree. Number 6, a photo shows Baxter near the old oak tree on Tuesday. Lucy, the squirrels and the old oak tree must have something to do with Baxter going missing. We have to search that tree until we find him. I agree. Let's call the others and ask them to meet us there. We'll meet you there. When we got to the tree, there were squirrels everywhere. Look, all our posters are gone. I'm going to find out what those squirrels are up to. Eva, hang on. Watch, they're doing something with the posters. Yeah, what are they doing? I don't know, but let's find out. We all watched the squirrels. The squirrels were squeezing posters and everything they could find into a little hole in the tree trunk. Why are they stuffing things into that hole? They're just being weird. Squirrels are weird. Hang on, what's that noise? Squeaking. It's Baxter. I'm sure it is. I darted over to the hole. The squirrels looked so sad. I'd never seen them look like that before. Then I peeked in the tree trunk and saw Baxter. Squeak! He was there, right down the bottom of a hole, and he was holding a tiny baby squirrel in his arms. Baxter's a hero. He must have squeezed in there to save the baby squirrel. His collar must have come off when he climbed in, and he got stuck because the hole is too small for his wings to fly out. Look, the squirrels have been bringing him food and acorn cups of water. and they've been putting the posters and things into the hole to try to help him to climb out. They weren't being weird. They were trying to save him. Thank you, squirrels, and don't worry, we'll get your baby out of there. We took off our Baxter t-shirts and put them into the hole. Baxter started to climb up the pile of shirts with the baby squirrel in his arms. They're still too far down. Don't worry, I have an idea. I remembered Baxter's best trick. I flew down to the ground, grabbed some twigs, and quickly twisted them into a hoop. Baxter, jump! Baxter jumped right up out of the hole, through the hoop, and into my arms. I was so happy to have Baxter back. The squirrel family looked happy to have their baby back, too. I have to admit, they looked pretty cute. Back at home, I gave Baxter his favorite meal. Then I read him his favorite story. It's so incredible to have him home. Oh, and Diary, I was so wrong about squirrels. I'll never call anyone a squirrelhead again. Or only if they've done something really sweet. Now, I need to find a way to thank everyone who helped me find Baxter. I know. I'll throw a thank you party tomorrow. Chapter 8, Let's Party. Sunday. Hi, Diary. We partied all day long. Do you want to know where? At the old oak tree, of course. Everyone who helped Baxter came to the party, even Humphrey's band. It was such a hoot. I flew home with Baxter after the party. Lucy, George, and Haley flew with us. I can't wait for school tomorrow. I've written a great story for the contest. Me too, I came up with a cool idea after our Storymakers Club paint fight. How's your story coming along, Eva? Arg! I totally forgot about the story contest tomorrow? But suddenly I had the best story idea ever. I stayed up writing until the sun was high in the sky. Chapter 9, A Special Visitor. Monday. Hi, Diary. Something amazing happened at school today. We have a special guest today. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Rebecca Elliot, the author of the Owl Ninja books. I'm so excited to be here, and I can't wait to hear your stories. I couldn't believe it. The actual author of the Owl Ninja books was here in our actual classroom. We shared our stories. They were wing-tastic. Georgia's story was about a dragon who befriends an owl. Macy's story was about an owl who goes to the big city. Haley's story was about a magic paintbrush. Sue's story was about Princess Sue, and Carlos's comic strip story was about Captain Awesome. But Zara's photo story was my favorite. It was beautiful and funny. Then it was my turn to share. You're up, Eva. I believe you have a special guest, too. That's right. My story is all about Baxter, the best pet in the whole world. After I finished my story, Rebecca Elliot flew to the front of the room. I loved hearing your stories. There are so many flaptastic writers in this class, it was hard to choose. But the winner is Zara. I was so happy for Zara. She deserved to win, and she said she'd share the books with the class. I wanted to win, but really, the best prize is having Baxter back. Then Rebecca Elliot said we could ask her questions. I put my wing up. How do you think up all your stories? Well, it's not easy. I just try to write about what I know and about what makes me happy. What about you, Eva? What do you like to write about? I thought really hard before I answered. I like to write about things I know and about what makes me happy, too. Like my friends and my family, but I also like to write about things I thought I knew but got wrong, like squirrels. It turns out they're pretty cool. Luckily, I had Baxter to teach me this. He's pretty smart. He's also great to write stories about. I love you, Baxter. See you soon, Diary. Rebecca Elliot, this is the author. Rebecca Elliot was a lot like Eva when she was younger. She loved making things and hanging out with her best friends. Now that Rebecca is older, not much has changed, except that her best friends are her husband, Matthew, and their children. She still loves making things like stories, cakes, music, and paintings, but as much as she and Eva have in common, Rebecca cannot fly or turn her head all the way around, no matter how hard she tries. Rebecca is the author of Just Because and My Super Poopy Pants. Owl Diaries is her first early chapter book series. Mr. Super Poopy Pants? Maybe we'll have to see if we can find that one to read. All right, if you want to take a test on this book, it is a 2.9. The test number is 189455. I hope you liked the book, Owl Diaries, Baxter is Missing.